Prayer time. Surely I turn myself to thee, O Allah, striving to be upright to thee, who originated the heavens and the earth, and I'm not of the polytheists. Surely my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, and my death are all for Allah, the Lord of the worlds. No associate has thee. Of this am I commanded, and I am of those who submit. O Allah, thou art the King. There is no God but thee. Thou art my Lord, and I am thy servant. I have been greatly unjust to myself, and I confess my faults. So grant me protection against all my faults, for none grants protection against all my faults but thee. And guide me to the best of morals, for none guides to the best of morals but thee. And turn away from me the evil and the indecent morals, for none turns away from me the evil and the indecent morals but thee. O Allah, make Muhammad successful, and the true followers of Muhammad successful here in the wilderness of North America, as thou did make Abraham and the true followers of Abraham successful, for sure thou art praised and magnified. O Allah, bless Muhammad and the true followers of Muhammad here in the wilderness of North America, as thou did bless Abraham and the true followers of Abraham, for surely thou art praised and magnified. I bear witness there is no God but Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever. And I bear witness the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is the true servant of Allah and the last and greatest messenger of Allah. O Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, please grant unto him success forever. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
How the fruit feel?
Hi, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for our leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. In the most holy name of Almighty God Allah, who came to us in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, the all-wise, true, and living God, to whom we forever give praise and thanks for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, teacher, and guide in the person of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So it is in these two great names, and two great names only, that I come before you and greet you, my brothers and sisters, in the nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which is the original language of the black man and black woman. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah, for our leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. For those of us who are watching, and there should always be those of you who are watching who are not familiar with the greeting words of Assalamu alaikum, the first thing that you must know about that word is that it is an Arabic word, which is the original meaning first language of the black man and black woman. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for our leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. This greeting is a universal greeting. It is a greeting that God himself, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, greeted when he was among us. It is a universal greeting that will be the greetings on earth after the removal of the devil via the war of Armageddon. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we are here this afternoon to do a specific job. That job is to assist the messenger in his mission. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And this mission is a heavy mission. He has the hardest job any black man could ever have. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Which means he needs the help of all black men as possible. We all need to be helping the messenger.
That's right.
Period. Sitting on the couch, you're not helping the messenger. You've got to get off the couch. We got so much work that needs to be done. We don't even have time for that, right? We don't have time to be sitting around. This is not the Eric Muhammad show. This is not reality TV. This is not nigga TV. This is the war report, right? Point blank, period. If you want to call this anything, you call it the war report. Why? Well, if we look at this board, it's a question in between two flags. And notice I only said two flags. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that in this war of Armageddon, which he referred to as World War III. What else did he refer to this war as? A holy war, right? Why? For you non-religious fools. Because this religion will be involved in this war. Is that correct? So all you religion divides, and you better be making a choice real soon, right? You have no time left to use that same excuse, right? No. You don't religion, no. Religion unifies. Islam unifies, right? Islam, as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, unifies us. This is a unifying religion. Is that correct? So we got two flags. We get right to it. Two flags on this board. But above these flags, you see two religions, right? Two worlds. One world that we are currently in is based on unrighteousness, evil, indecency, and murder. Is that correct? All of these things are unrighteous. And we have a world that's an opponent to this world, the black man's world, coming in. So a showdown got to take place, right? It has to be settled. This war of Armageddon settles it all. After this war, in which the white man, and yes, he is the devil, will be removed off of our planet. Now, that's peace for the black man, right? The white man being removed off our planet. Think about it, because it's this very white man who is the breakers of our peace, right? Lord. 6 white stripes. Now, both flags have a solid red backdrop, which signifies or represents the sun, which represents freedom. So, under the sun that our Father created, we gave the devil the freedom to rule us, right? For 6,000 years, we divinely gave him permission to rule us for 6,000 years. Well, we see 6 white stripes going through that flag. Ever since this devil has been on our planet, our freedom has been interfered with. And he must be removed. 6,000 years to rule us. But that 6,000 year term expired, didn't it? Yes, sir. Did it expire yesterday or next week? No, it expired in the year 1914, which is also the year the First World War began. Is that correct? The first of 3. We've had 2 already, and we're entering into this final 3rd World War called the War of Armageddon. Now, if you go to the Poison Book, talking about the so-called Holy Bible, and I'm saying this because it must be understood that the devil, the white man, has tampered with this book. He has taken truths out of it and added his falsehood into it. A falsehood that he calls Christianity. Is that correct? No. A false slave-making perfect black slave-making religion. That's what Christianity is. It has completely made us slaves. It has completely made us worship the white man. We lick his boots, waiting at the gate for crumbs to fall off his table. We got to stop that. We got to stop that. We've told you ever since 1865, not even that, ever since the 1960s or the 1950s, we've gone the wrong way.
We have not made any significant gains as a people, have
Go ahead.
we? None. But we just been spiraling backwards, right? But you don't see that. You know why? Because our heads are white on top of black bodies, right? We see everything in the eyes and view of the white man. Everything he say, we revere it, or what's the word I'm looking for? We take it for the truth. We don't argue the devil. We take it on face value. To us, the devil's mouth is a prayer book, right? Wrong. Everything that comes out of this white man's mouth is a lie, right? There is no truth in the devil. So he cannot be a sincere advisor to you. He cannot lead you into no truths. So therefore, everything his world is based on is a lie. Is that correct? A complete lie. And his time is expired. 109 years, that's a long time to give somebody an extension, to get their act together, right?
Right.
And we still running around here with white heads attached to black bodies. And this is due, as the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, it's due to the work and teaching of the white man, right? That is what has caused us, or has caused our black heads to fall off our bodies, and the white man to put white heads on top. A black body cannot be successful with a white head. So teaches the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So the devil's time is up. Those 6 white stripes represent the 6,000 year period the white man was given to rule us, and it also represents a people, the American white people, right? Because that's what those white stripes represent. Truth. The messenger said truth in the American white people. There ain't no truth in America for the black man, is it? We have never seen a day of that, and we'll never see it until Master Farad Muhammad, in his own good time, blesses us and removes this devil off the face of the earth. And it's going to happen. It cannot be escaped. The devil's death is set. America is on her way out. If you don't want to go on your way out with America, black man and black woman, everything you need on this board to choose wisely and make a decision is before you. In a religion of slavery, suffering, and death. All your life you've been in America, you've been a Christian. You've been a slave, right?
That's right.
Then after so-called slavery was ended, which it really wasn't, it just updated and modernized it, right?
That's right.
So then the suffering comes in. You were free with nothing, nowhere to go, no money, no education, no jobs, no nothing. So ultimately, where are you going? Back to the master, right? That was the whole design. Right back to where you came from, right? And then what? The last word, death. The white man loves to kill the black man, don't he? He's been doing it ever since he's been on our planet. And a great example of that murder that he loves to commit on our people sits beside the emblem of his religion, right? Think about that. All your life you were Christian. The only thing you've gotten out of that, no blessings from your so-called personal Lord and Savior, right? You didn't get any blessings. All you got was death, hung from trees, set on fire, as mentioned last week, right? You were even tarred and feathered, right? The white man went that far. So these are things that white Christians did to black Christians, right? Then why, after convincing us to accept his religion, would he do these things to us? Why? Because it is in his nature to do these things. He don't love you. He don't care nothing about you. He knows if you can accept this religion and remain in his names, stay in this church, and don't be thinking about, as long as he can keep you from thinking about your black God, Master Farad Muhammad, and instead replacing him with a white peckerwood cracker, right? that he called Jesus, right? Jesus was not a white man, was he? He was one of our righteous brothers and was a prophet who came to the white race teaching them Islam. But what did they do when he came among them? They murdered him, didn't they?
Go ahead.
The same way they murdered them, these black Christians. In this photograph right here, ain't nothing in Christianity for the black man and black woman but death. That's it. Blue square in the white man's flag, we know. There is no truth in that color blue. That's why there's the 50 white stars you see, which represent America, the United States, are in a blue backdrop. That's telling you what kind of rule you were under here in America. Has the government of America failed the black man? Yes, it has. Has Christianity failed you? Oh, of course it has. Has the church failed us? If we can say yes to all of these three, it's time to get out of the white man's religion, isn't it?
That's right.
And accept the black man's religion, which is really the nature of the black man, which is peace. We've had our peace broken and disturbed by the peace breakers. And so this war of Armageddon is designed to remove this devil and to separate the black man from this devil. We got to separate, whether you like it or not. So teaches the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. There's nothing you can do about it. The separation is coming.
Go ahead.
The only thing that where you are concerned, black man, is whether you're going to be on the God's side who is coming in to remove this world. You better get that X so he can claim you before he light this thing on fire, right? Don't be one of the ones thrown into the lake of fire. Because the Bible teaches that on the day of judgment, all those found in the white man's name will be thrown where? In a lake of fire. Is that correct? With this very devil. He don't want you to get your X, brother. He glad you got his last name. Anytime a black man get that X, you know that's another nail in his coffin. That's another black man. He done lost to Master Farad Muhammad. Is that right?
That's right.
Point blank, period. So we need him to lose all the black men in America to Master Farad Muhammad. All black men. You need to be followers of the greatest black man that ever walked on our planet besides the God who raised him. Is that correct? And that's the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who met God face to face. Not only did he meet God face to face, he lived with God, didn't he? 3.5 years, day and night, being taught this message to the black man, designed to wake us up and make us do for self and unite under the flag of Islam. Is that correct? So we got to wake up, black man and black woman. This is the dawn of a new day. Is that correct? Think over that. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us. I'm going to the fall of America because we're talking about the fall of America, right? This actual facts board is the fall of America. Everything in this book, you can relate to everything on this board. Is that correct? Everything. So let's go to the book. Let's hear from Elijah, the greatest, the last and greatest messenger of Allah. And he teaches us that America's burden, whose burden? America. She has a burden, is that correct? In trying to protect herself from the attacking nations of the world. The messenger said that that burden is tremendous and one that she will not, America, be able to carry. Are y'all hearing this? Therefore, she, America, must succumb. That means to give in, is that correct? To fall away, to give way to. She must succumb to the powerful forces that are coming against her. There's nothing she can do about it. Her die is set. Is that correct?
Sir.
The fall of a nation makes way for another. Is that right? This nation on its way out. Another one on its way in to rise, to rule, and never be removed from that ruling power. We are going to be placed back on top of civilization, right?
Come on.
Come on now. Not the bottom where the white man put us. God is here to kick this crack out the way. Grab the black man, pull them up, raise them up, educate them, civilize them, train them, teach them. Boom, put them back on top of civilization, right? Then he can rule. Think over these things. We cannot, we got to get out of this religion. Ain't no other religion on this board but Christianity and Islam. These are the two great titans in this war, the two chief opponents. No other religion is falling under these back, well, except for you, black men and women, with your ideologies and philosophies that you believe in, other than what we are teaching, Islam as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You are on the white man's side. You fall under this banner of Christianity because you are assisting the white man. You are the white man's puppets, right? You are assisting him in keeping your own people from their own salvation. That's all that you're doing. So the white man ain't got no problem with what you got going, as long as it ain't Islam, as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, right? If it's that, he got a problem. Is that correct? As the earth continues, all nations and their civilizations are limited upon it, except the original nation. That's us, right?
Yes, sir.
Which takes on renewals and changes. So we don't go away, we just take on renewals and changes. Though in appearance, America, to my immediate left, seems steadfast. She is moving towards an ultimate end. Ultimate meaning the final, complete, right? The ultimate end. Ain't no coming back from this.
That's right.
It's over with. This is the pinnacle right there. Once you get to the ultimate, that's it. Ain't no coming back, white man. One great problem to be solved in the fall of America is the liberation of the so-called American Negro. Now, I'm going to let that sit there for a second, right? Think over that. One of the great problems to be solved in the fall of America is what? The liberation of you and I. Think over these things. They have been here for 4 centuries. 4, that's a long time, isn't it? Mistreated. And not only mistreated, brought into a state of corruption and shame, which we have. We can't deny that. They are now being helped, although they are as blind mentally as someone is physically, right? In all the preparations of the divine supreme being and the nation of righteousness to remove the enemy of God and the righteous from the earth, the poor so-called American Negro cannot see it, can he? Because he's blind, right? He has been blinded. He's walking and wandering in darkness. Is that correct? That's why we need the light of Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad through his last and greatest messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. That light represents that truth. Is that correct? That can guide us. And who was that? The one that's going to lead us to the God is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He is the key. He is the door. He has the keys. He is the door to get to Allah. You cannot get to Allah unless you go through Elijah. Is that correct?
That's right.
That's the only way. You can't tell me anything else. The Quran backs it up. The so-called poison book or so-called Holy Bible backs this up. It's in the scripture. So black man and black women, you got to make a choice. Get out of Christianity. It's no good. it has done us no good. It has failed us. Everything has failed us. So why not try Islam as taught by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? You haven't even given it a shot, have you? You just shoot it down off the rip. We can't do that. We got to wake up. Our God, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, is going to usher in a new world. Think about that. A new world where the white man won't be a part of it. See, we can't imagine that as Negroes, can we? We can't see a new world being established where the white man ain't a part of it. Why not? It was like that before he was drafted, wasn't it?
That's right.
It was no white men and women on our planet 6,109 years ago. You could not walk this earth and find one white devil. Is that correct?
No.
And so we're getting back to these times. If you want to make it to see these times, you got to make a choice. You've got to choose between two sides. If you want to read further about the War of Armageddon, you can go to the book of Revelations, particularly the 16th chapter. Study it, read it. It's telling you to follow the white man right there in the Bible, isn't it? But we're not seeing that because we see everything through the white man's eyes, right? Black bodies with white heads. You, the so-called Negro, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, are too spiritually and mentally blind to see. Your heart is too hard against receiving the truth. So you make it hard for us to get this truth over to you. Because you don't want to hear it. You don't want to accept it, right? And your ears are too thoroughly closed to the truth. That God Allah has said the white race is a race of devils to be destroyed. This truth is verified in the Bible and Holy Quran. This is the problem to be solved. If it is to be solved, then how shall it be solved? And what is the best method to use in the solution? It must be a solution that touches not only the enemy, but those who cleave to him while defying the wrath of Almighty Allah. That's the so-called Negroes, isn't it? That's you. Don't defy your own God. He is here to put you back on top of the civilization, right? Remove your oppressors, the murderers of your people, blood-shedding, mischief-making devils. That's all they have done since they've been here on this planet. 600 million dead black men and black women are on their hands. Is that right? 600 million. That's a lot of people. That's over 500 million people of our dead brothers and sisters that this white man has murdered in only 6,000 years. Think over that. All praise is due to Allah for our leader, teacher, and God. Our leader, teacher, and God, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. The messenger teaches us that this does not refer to the word because the word has no effect on their resurrection. It literally took something more effective than the word to represent wars, which will eventually bring harm and suffering to the rebellious rejectors of the truth. Salvation must come. It must come, black man. It cannot be denied. Our salvation is here. Our God is here, right? He is bringing our salvation to us. Once this white man is removed through this war of Armageddon. This is the platform in which the white man is to be destroyed. The time of the ending of this world is now, teaches the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And not yet to come, but now. as you so foolishly think. See? Think over that. Study your own Bible teaches the most honorable way life. Study it. It is there. Daniel in the Bible, however, gives you a better knowledge of it than in any other place. And the Quran's prophecy is exact. Do not expect 10 more years, right? We don't expect 10 more. I don't. I'm not saying I'm predicting anything, but I know that if we look at the signs and then we are paying attention to what's going on, this thing can go down at any moment. Is that correct? But the problem is, you black man and black woman, you've got to make a choice. Your life depends on it. Your wife's, your children's, all of their lives depend on these decisions that you must make. Choose wisely. The so-called Negro must be stripped completely of the white man's way of life. Can we agree on that? Completely stripped. His name and Christianity. Once again, the so-called Negro must be stripped completely of the white man's way of life, his name, and Christianity. The world of scholars and scientists know that Christianity will not survive. Even the scholars and scientists, black men and women, know this religion is on its way out. It cannot survive this war. Master Farad Muhammad is here to destroy this religion. We got to destroy Christianity, period. It's never to rise again. It's never to be organized and forced upon us again once this devil is removed. They know Islam is the only, they who? The scholars and scientists. They know Islam is the only religion that will survive the destruction of this wicked civilization. Is that correct? That's it. So we got to wake up, black man and black woman. We got to make a choice. You see a flag that offers you freedom, justice, and equality. How can you look at that and have a problem with that and have an issue with accepting that? Unless you got a white head on your black eye. That's the only way. You will have no salvation until you accept these life-giving teachings of Master Farad Muhammad through the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Point blank, period. Now, we got a Muslim program, don't we? That we need to put before Congress. The messenger said, put the Muslim program before Congress. Well, what is the Muslim program? It is a solution that is contained on the back of our paper. This is a solution to the problems between two people here in America, the black and white. Is that correct? This is the solution to that problem. We got to get behind this program. Do we even know what this program consists of? Have we taken the time to even read this program? And then ask yourself, as a Christian or as a civil rights activist, what have you come up with, right? What programs have you established? None. Begging a white man for crumbs from his table. The title of this lecture is The False Promise of Civil Rights. You have none. The white man recently just considered you a human being. Is that correct? Didn't even see you as a human being at one point. You were 3/5 of a human being. Is that right? Think about that. You know about it. So as I'm telling you, we've got to get behind this program. It contains or explains what the Muslims want and what we believe. Because we don't know what the Muslims want to believe as Christians do. No. The first thing that we want for our people is freedom. Can we get that from the white man? No. We've been here over 400 years. We have not had one day of freedom, have we? Not one. That day will only come from our God, Savior, and deliverer, in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, who will remove this devil off of our planet. That's when we will have our full and complete freedom. You cannot say we are completely free without some of this land, can you? We've got to have some of this land. The white man don't want to give us any of this land, so God is coming to take this land back, which is rightfully ours anyway. Coming to take this land back, remove this devil, replace us back as the rulers on this land. That's freedom. Freedom to do as we want to do on our own land and territory, under our own rules. Free from white rule. We don't want this devil here making any types of rules. We don't want no Supreme Court. We don't want none of that here. None of that is going to be here after this war of Armageddon. No, sir. We want justice for our people. We went over these stars in this blue square. The stars represent justice. The blue square represents an untrue color, which means that the white man, who is the chief law enforcement officers of the land, they deny us justice, don't they? Come on, man. We can look at the murder of Jayden Walker. What justice came out of that? None. We can name the names of the fallen. We can be standing here all night. But what justice are we ever to receive in the white courts of America? None. The only just judge that we have is in the person of Master Farah Muhammad. He's coming to remove this devil, plant the flag of Islam, sun, moon, and star, freedom, justice, and equality. That's the government that's going to rule once this wicked government is wiped out. We want equality of opportunity. Who's talking about these things? Come on. We want equal membership in society with the best in civilized society. The first three things that I went over when I read from the Muslim program, you see on the actual facts board, right? Freedom, justice, and equality. Number 4, we want our people in America whose parents or grandparents were descendants from slaves to be allowed to establish a separate state or territory of their own, either on this continent or elsewhere. We don't got to do it here. We got friendships in all walks of life, right? We can go anywhere on this planet and establish ourselves and make ourselves a way of life for ourselves. We're the creators of this, right? Come on. Either on this continent or elsewhere. We believe that our former slave master, the white man, are obligated to provide such land and that the area must be fertile. Why? We got to grow food, don't we? We would need crops. We would need minerals, all of these things it takes to establish a nation. We got to have some fertile land. Is that correct? Yes, and minerally rich. We believe that our former slave masters, right here, are obligated to maintain and supply our needs in this separate state or separate territory for the next 20 to 25 years until we are able to produce and supply our own needs. That's a fair send-off, isn't it? Yes, sir. Right. But since we cannot get along with them in peace, can we agree? Can the black man and the white man get along with each other in peace? No. We all can agree, right? No. That's the answer to that. No. Since we cannot get along with them in peace and equality, think over that. after giving them 400 years of our sweat, blood, and receiving in return, after giving them 400 years of our sweat and blood to help make America become rich and powerful. We had a part in that, didn't we? We had a part in that, and all we received in return is some of the worst treatment. That's just the tip of the iceberg there that human beings have ever experienced. We believe our contributions to this land and the suffering forced upon us by white America justifies our demand for complete separation in a state or territory of our own, right? And the white man ain't just going to willingly give us that territory, is he? God got to come make war with him, right? Make war with him, wipe him off our planet, give us the land. Is that correct? That's the way this works. What else do we want as Muslim followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad? We want freedom for all believers of Islam now held in federal prisons, right? We want freedom for all black men and women now under death sentence in innumerable prisons in the North as well as the South. We want every black man, that means all of us, right, and women, to have the freedom to accept or reject being separated from the slave masters, children, and establish a land of their own. We know that the above plan for the solution of the black and white conflict is the best and only answer to the problem between two people. Anybody disagree with this? What else do we want for our black brothers and sisters? Well, we also want an immediate end to the police brutality, right? And mob attacks against the so-called Negro throughout the United States. And we know we are the worst victims of police brutality. We've been going through this for years. I mean, come on now. It's a broken record, right? We want an immediate end to that. We believe that the federal government should intercede, right? Should intercede to see that black men and women tried in white courts receive justice in accordance with the laws of the land, which they ain't gonna do, right? They're not gonna do that in the white courts of America. You can forget about that. They're not gonna do that or allow us to build a new nation for ourselves. Does that sound fair? Separate from the white man, right? Getting back to separation again. Separate from the white man on our own territory. Or allowed us to build a new nation for ourselves, dedicated to justice, freedom, and liberty. As long as we, black men, black women, are not allowed to establish a state or territory of our own, we demand not only equal justice under the laws of the United States, which we know you're not going to do, but equal employment opportunities now, which we also know. You can barely provide jobs, white man, for your own. Is that correct? So we know damn well we out of luck, right? We do not believe that after 400 years of free or nearly free labor, sweat, and blood, which has helped America become rich and powerful, that so many thousands of black people should have to subsist on relief or charity or live in poor houses. Can we agree on this? We live in some of the most ratchetest communities in America, don't we? The most rundown, rat infested communities in America. Who live there? We do, don't we? But we shouldn't have to subsist on or depend on that type of living, should we? We've helped make America become rich and powerful. And this is how you repay us. Deny us equal opportunities. We don't have the factories that you have, white man, to produce jobs for our people. So you ain't dealing inequality with us, are you? No, you're not. And that's why you don't have the moon in your flag, which represents equality. All praise is due to Allah, for our leader, teacher, and guide, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We just briefly went over some of the wants that we, the Muslim followers of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, want for you. What other religion is saying they want these things for you? The church ain't saying that. I mean, I can't tell. So look, we got to wake up. Get out of this slave-making religion. There's only 2 religions on this board. One is coming out of this board. Only one. And this is the God of Islam right here, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad. He will not lose this war. It is prophesied already that America will be destroyed. So black men and black women, wake up. Let's remove these white heads from our black bodies and get in line and get ready to be blessed and make it into the hereafter if we can get that X and get out of the white man's name in church and accept your black God and follow your last and greatest message, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank you for listening. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to bring to the microphone, I call them the People's Chamber. Why I call them that? Because every time this white man get out of line, who the first one coming up here to smack him upside his head? Brother Minister Eric Muhammad, a minister of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, coming to make war with the white man. That's it. We at war. It's coming to make war with the devil for your minds. To replace these white heads that you don't see with black heads. 40 years, Minister Eric Muhammad has been on the front lines. He is a man that demands our attention. We have to listen to this minister when he comes to the microphone. He's teaching these teachings right here of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's hard, heavy, and strong, week after week, month after month, year after year. For all you nitpickers and fault finders, look, get up off the couch and get something going in your area. Would eliminate the nitpicking and fault finding, right? Period. Can't nation build sitting on the couch. Right. I know that done went over heads. And so I've spoken long enough. It is my pleasure to bring to the microphone a hard-hitting, flame-throwing minister on behalf of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. You are in for a treat. And I must warn you, I haven't been warning you. You will hear some language today that you might not approve of. Well, hell, we don't approve of you. Being Negroes, we don't approve of you stealing a white man's name, do we? Oh. So look in the mirror and ask yourself, what have you done for Muhammad? Or what are you going to do for Muhammad? And you want to nitpick and fault find those of us who are actually doing something on behalf of Muhammad, right? So at this time, welcome to the microphone, our brother minister, Minister Eric Muhammad, as I greet you, as I came before you. Shalom alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
In the most holy name of Allah, who came to us, the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America, in the divine person of Master Farad Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and the one God to whom all holy praise is due forever, the Lord of all the worlds. We forever thank him for his coming and for his raising up in our midst a divine leader, a divine teacher, and a divine guide in the personage of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the last and the greatest messenger of Allah. So it is in their two great names that I would like to greet you once again, my beloved Black brothers and sisters, in the Nation of Islam's greeting words of peace in the Arabic language, which no matter what anybody else out here is talking about, is indeed the original language of the original Black man. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Before I go into what will be the main lecture for the day, I would like to express the same appreciation that I noticed was expressed in the live chat to our lecture today for Minister Alonzo X and his representation of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad before I came to the microphone. As I have said on many occasions, it's a tough job to come up here and represent the most honorable Elijah Muhammad before I come to the microphone, because there are too many of us who consider these live video broadcasts that are made every week as the Eric Muhammad Show. Now, there's a reason why I paused when I said that. The reason I paused when I said that is because there's a lot going on in Black America right now. There's a lot going on right now. And for every one thing that is going on in Black America right now, there are 1 million Black Americans making YouTube videos, Facebook Lives, and damn TikTok about what the hell is going on.
Teach. Come on.
And so it presents a lot of confusion because everybody swear up and down they know what they're talking about. Everybody. And if you take this, what I'm doing now, whether it be you here or you out there, if you take this as me, some dude named Eric Muhammad, just making his particular video because he think he know what he talking about. See, there again. Let's be clear.
Come on, Brother Minister.
I don't think I know what I'm talking about.
Come on.
I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, I don't know what I'm talking about. But I've heard you say you know what you're talking about.
Come on.
Then shut up and listen.
Go ahead.
And get some understanding of whatever I say. When I say I don't know what I'm talking about, what I mean by that is I don't have nothing to talk about. Get that through your head. I don't have nothing to talk about. I don't think I know a damn thing. What I believe is that this man right here, Elijah Muhammad, knows what he was talking about.
Yes, sir.
When he was among us talking about it.
Go ahead.
I do not represent myself.
Make it plain.
I represent this man. So my confidence in what I have to say is based on my belief that he is right. And that anybody and everybody talking about anything other than what he talked about ain't right. This is the one man that's right. Ain't nobody else right.
Right.
Well, I don't agree with that. No problem. When I told you I'm a representative of another man, I wasn't kidding.
Go ahead.
I wasn't joking. I represent another man. Therefore, I'm not going to come up here and say what I think you will agree with, what I think you will feel me for saying.
Right.
I'm going to say that which represents this man.
Go ahead.
And you can either take it or leave it alone.
Come on.
Because if I tweak, switch, mess with what this man said, if I don't represent this man 1,000%,
Come on.
then I'm not representing this man.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now you got a lot of Nation of Islam leaders, teachers, and so-called guides out here today
Thank you, brother.
who are not representing the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Uh-oh.
And because they are not representing the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the message of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad has been greatly confused.
Oh, Wilson.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
And in the climate of great confusion, that's a lecture title, a climate of great confusion. In this climate of great confusion of the message of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you got everybody and their mama, and sometimes their daddy too, pushing up on Elijah. Everybody pushing up on Elijah now.
Come on, brother minister.
Because there's so many fake leaders, teachers, and representatives of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad making a mess of the history and legacy of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that everybody's brave now.
Uh-oh.
You got a lot of bravery now. Everybody think they ready to bow their chest at Elijah Muhammad. No, you bowing your chest at these other folk who have not impressed you enough for you not to bow your chest at Elijah.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, I'm not a popular fella, so I'm not even going to try to be popular.
Go ahead.
I'm not a popular fella because I'm so down with Elijah Muhammad that I turn people off. But I don't worry about that because those who disrespect and bow their chest at Elijah Muhammad turn me off. Now, what makes you more important than me?
Go ahead.
Why is it okay for you to turn me off, but I got to worry about whether I'm turning you off or not? What the? Excuse me?
Come on.
I reserve the right to turn you off just like you turn me off.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. All praise is due to Allah for the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when I come up and I say, I greet you in the Arabic language, which is the original language of the black man, no matter what anybody else out here is talking about, everything I said was leading right back to that. You got people telling us that Arabic isn't our original language. You got people telling us Islam is not our rightful, let alone our original religion. You got people telling you Allah is not the proper name of God. You got people telling you that the Nation of Islam is not the proper movement and that its program that Minister Alonzo X was just reading to you is not the program for our liberation from our former slave master.
Come on, brother minister.
So everybody's confused now. All I can do is offer to you what the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad offered to all of us. An offer that was not his, but the offer of Master Farad Muhammad that came to us through the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, what is that offer? That offer is nationhood. That's what we're here to offer you. We're here to offer you nationhood.
Go ahead.
Now, why am I pointing at this flag over here when I say we are offering to you nationhood?
Go ahead.
Because this flag represents nationhood.
Teach.
Talk black to me. You don't see the American flag to my right. You see the American flag to my left.
Go ahead.
This flag offers nationhood as well. But this flag offers nationhood to the crackers in that picture,
Go ahead.
not to the black brothers that are hanging at the hands of those crackers, not to them from their trees. Are you listening to me?
Sir.
The white man's flag does not offer nationhood to the black man. So what are you seeking civil rights from the white man for?
Good question.
Talk back to me. America does not offer nationhood to us. America offers nationhood to her own white citizens, not to us. But this flag offers nationhood to the black man who has suffered slavery and death at the hands of the white man whose government is represented by that flag. So we're here to offer you nationhood. That's what the offer is.
Go ahead.
Master Farad Muhammad came to us, made himself known among us on the 4th of July, 1930. And he offered to us independence as a nation of people under this flag. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Under this flag. Yes, this flag does have religious symbolism,
Go ahead.
but it is a national.
Teach.
What is a national? A national, this is a national too. That is a national. A national is what a people use to represent their nationhood. That's what a national is. So we offer to the black man and to the black woman nationhood on behalf of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who offered that to us on behalf of Master Farad Muhammad. Okay. Now I'm being basic, fundamental. Now here's where religion comes in. What is religion? All of us have a concept of what religion is. But what all of us need to know is what religion actually is. Because whatever my concept of religion, who cares?
Go ahead.
Other than me and anybody that's sweating me. We don't need to know what my concept of religion is. We need to know what religion is. Now, what religion is, no matter what you say, he say, me say, you say. What religion is a way of life.
Yes, sir.
That's all religion is.
Yes, sir.
Religion is a way of life. People think that our religion is the religion of bow ties and bean pies. No, our religion is our way of living. Our way of living. So when we say our religion is the religion of Islam, we are saying that the way we live our life is Islam.
Go ahead.
See, that's hard for some of us to conceive of. None of us in here,
Come on.
I'm sure. Ain't nothing but great minds in here. And great minds think alike.
Come on, brother Master.
What is Islam? Entire submission to the will of God.
Come on.
Now you can call him Allah, you can call him Elohim, you can call him Christ, you can call him anything you want to call him. But entire submission of our will to do his will. Not what we want, but what he, God, wants.
Make it plain.
That is all Islam means. Now, if you think Islam means bow ties, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Because we're not going to be wearing these silly looking suits and these damn bow ties when this is all over.
Go ahead. Say it.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
We, the Muslims, are not in love with bow ties and suits. Now, if we anything like Minister Eric, we are damn sure in love with bean pies. That's a deal breaker.
Go
We
ahead.
got to have the pies. But you can have the suits and the ties when the proper time comes. Because that ain't what Islam means.
Come on.
This is not the cultural dress of black people.
Teach.
This is not the cultural dress of black people. That's why these things don't fit us the way we want them to fit us. It's white folks' clothes.
Come on.
And white folks' clothes don't fit black folk the way our clothes
Come on.
fit.
Say it.
We don't look as good in white folk clothes as we look in our own clothes.
Right.
We don't. You who think we look pretty good in these suits and these bow ties. And we do. Wait till you see us in our own cultural dress. You're going to go, dang.
Right.
Talk black to me. But for right now, it's a suit and a bow tie party. That's not what Islam means. It doesn't mean suits and bow ties. It means entire submission. Whatever God say, that's what we going
Go
with.
ahead. Say that.
That's all Islam means. Now, if you want to disagree with me on what God has said
Go ahead.
and continues to say, that is an intelligent conversation we can have.
Come on.
But on the issue of whether we should do what God wants us to do, there should be no argument where that's concerned, because God is smarter than all of us.
Right.
Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
So, living your life in a way where you submit what you will to do to what God wills for you, that is what Islam means. It means that your way of life
Come on.
is submission to God.
Go ahead.
All right. Now, for everybody that is wondering why Minister Eric is teaching like he's teaching right now, how many times do I have to tell you when I have people in front of me, I am going to teach in such a way that recognizes I have people in front of me? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. If you want Minister Eric butt naked and blood to the raw, then go to Minister Eric Muhammad YouTube channel and check them
Go
videos
ahead.
when ain't nobody here. And then you can find out just how raw to the DOWG
Go ahead.
that I can be. But today I'm going to be a little nicer.
Come on.
Maybe.
yes,
Y'all all right?
sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why do we say all praise is due to Allah?
Come on.
Because all praise is due to Allah. When we got here, everything was already here, wasn't it?
Go ahead.
That means somebody provided everything for us before we got here, right?
Come on.
Therefore, all praise is due to Allah. And when we say Allah, we mean God.
Come on.
All praise is due to him for having provided us with all that we know and love, and most of all, need. But we add to that. All praise is due to Allah. We add to that 4.
Go ahead.
Now we're going to get specific about something he gave us.
Go ahead.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Sir.
Because by means of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we have become acquainted with a knowledge and a wisdom that offers to us nationhood for the first time since we've been here in the hells of North America.
Come on.
You say, no, that's not true. Our man offered us nationality. Really?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Now,
Oh, brother man.
how do I say this without offending you? Especially since I'm such an offensive individual.
Go ahead. I want
How can you be one of the most offensive niggas in America and say something to the most sensitive niggas on earth? We so quick to get butt hurt. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We so quick to get butt hurt with each other over next to nothing. How do I say this to you without offending you? The answer is very, very simple. I can't. So what should I do? Just say it and let you live with it. Talk black to me. Now, this morning, I'm going to say what I'm saying, but I'm going to get some background. This morning, when I'm getting ready for the temple meeting, I'm listening to the messenger's lecture that he gave in Newark, New Jersey, where I'm from, in 1958, which was 4 years before I got here. I didn't get here until 62. But in 1958, the messenger made a very, very landmark speech in Newark, New Jersey. And he was speaking into a climate somewhat like the climate that we are in right now.
Go ahead.
Here's the messenger in the late 1950s trying to get black people to accept the message of Master Farad Muhammad.
Go ahead.
But he was doing it very near the time of Marcus Garvey. He was doing it very near the time of Noble Drew Ali.
Yes, sir.
Y'all with me so far?
Yes, sir.
The taste of Marcus Garvey, the taste of Noble Drew Ali was still in our mouths. There were a significant number of Garveyites in the black community.
Go ahead.
There were a significant number of members of the Moorish Science Temple of America in the black community. And so the most honorable Elijah Muhammad had to address the Garveyites and the Moors.
Teach.
So the most honorable Elijah Muhammad went directly at them.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Come on.
He gave honor and praise to Marcus Garvey
Go ahead.
and to Noble Drew Ali.
Teach.
He taught us what Master Farad Muhammad. See, this is why he gave them the praise.
Come on.
Because his teacher, his God, told him, Marcus Garvey, he loved you all. What did he say?
He loved you all, but he didn't have
He said, Marcus Garvey loved us all.
Right. Didn't have that
Now, that's enough right there
Go ahead.
for me to be down with the brother.
Come on.
Because don't nobody love niggas.
Go ahead.
We don't even love each other.
Come on.
Talk black to me. So if Marcus Garvey loved us all, then that's my dude. But if you think I'm following him, it's not happening. But that's my man.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. Because he loved me.
Go ahead, brother minister.
Hell, I hate him if he loved me for.
Go ahead.
He said that Marcus Garvey tried. Now, I'm messing the quote up now. He said he tried to help us, right?
Yes, sir.
But he did not have the knowledge that he should have had.
Go ahead.
Now, Garveyites is like, what? Garveyites, look now, Garveyites got Stone Mountain in their jaws. The hell with rocks.
Go ahead. It's a Stone Mountain.
Garveyites got Stone Mountain and the Lincoln Memorial in their damn jaws. Because Elijah Muhammad said that Master Farad Muhammad said Marcus Garvey didn't have the knowledge that he should have had. Well, why should he have had it? Because he loved us and tried to help us. But in order to help a people like us, when you love a people like us, there's a certain quality of knowledge you got to have, and Marcus Garvey didn't have it. But with what he did have, he did some remarkable work.
Yes, sir.
Talk black to me.
Yes, sir.
And you got to
Go ahead.
give brother his props.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
No question.
Now, I'm not saying that to make you like me if you into Garvey.
Go ahead.
I don't need to say nothing to make you like me because you can't whoop me.
Go ahead, brother minister.
That's just the way it is. You ain't got no smoke for Eric Muhammad. I'm letting you know that right now. So when I say something, it's not to make you like me, because if you don't like me, you can't whoop me. So what the heck? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's just the way it is. When he says I'm the people's champ, he ain't lying. Can't nobody whoop me.
Hands down.
You following some other leader, you with some other program, you with some other ideology.
Go ahead.
I don't need to argue with
Right.
you. I can whoop your damn leader.
Go.
He ain't got no smoke for me. And I'm telling you, the nigga knows me.
Facts.
And I call their names all the time. They don't come at me.
No.
That's who I am. That's who you sitting here looking at. I'm the nigga nobody F with.
Go ahead.
That's me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah. So when I say something nice, it's because in my heart, no cap, as you say, in my heart, I actually mean it. If I didn't, I wouldn't say it.
Come on.
If you don't like it, what you gonna do? Cut it out already.
Teach.
Marcus Garvey is my man, but I ain't following him nowhere.
Come on.
Period. He didn't have the knowledge that he needed to have to do the job for us that he wanted to do.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to tell you why. You see these two books right here?
Go ahead.
This book, Bible, and this book, Quran, do not identify Marcus Garvey as the single, unique, specific individual that the prophets of God predicted would come and do for us what needs to be done. He ain't that man. You can't look in the Bible and find Marcus Garvey. You can't look in the Quran and find Marcus Garvey. Because he ain't the man that the Bible or Quran prophesied was going to come and free the black man from the goddamn white man.
Teach.
He ain't that man. If he was, I'd be following him.
Right.
Because my way of life is Islam. See how I came right back to the beginning?
Yes, sir.
My way of life is Islam. Meaning I submit my will to do God's will. So if God's will is that I be a disciple of and follower of Marcus Garvey, I'm with Garvey. But if that's not God's will, then Garvey gets my bow, he gets my respect, he gets my admiration, but he doesn't get my follow.
Come on.
Everybody all right still?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that the Garveyites' anuses are in a cast, because they butt hurt, let's move on to Noble Drew Ali.
Go ahead.
What, nigga? All you can hear is car doors slamming, Moore's jumping in rides, heading to get Minister Eric. Let's move to Noble Drew Ali. Master Farad Muhammad said of Noble Drew Ali the same thing he said about Marcus Garvey. That Noble Drew Ali, now I'm paraphrasing, that he loved us and tried to help us.
Teach.
But that he also did not have the knowledge he should have had.
I can find that quote.
Now Moors are upset. Talk
Hey,
back to me.
Come on.
He didn't. I mean, and it's so plain and it's so obvious that the only reason to get upset when I say it is because you just repping your dude.
Go ahead.
That's all. And I feel you on that. Yo, man, that's my dude, man. All right, I got you. I feel you. But it is what it is. He didn't have the knowledge that he should have had
That's right.
in order to do the job
Come on.
that he wanted to do on our behalf.
Come on.
Talk black to me.
Teach. Come on, brother.
So the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said to the Garveyites assembled before him in Newark, New Jersey in 1958.
Teach.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said to the followers of Prophet Noble Drew Ali that were gathered before him,
Come on.
mixed in with a majority of just plain ordinary hog-eating Christian Negroes. Talk black to me. He said to them that both Garvey and Ali were great men who loved us, wanted to help us, but didn't know what they needed to know to help us as much as they wanted to help us. And then he said these words. You're going to get butthurt again. He said, but none of you have followed those two the way you ought to
Come on.
have followed them. Y'all ain't following Noble Drew Ali today the way you should.
Ooh, say that.
You Garveyite, you ain't following Garvey the way you should.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me.
Teach.
And because you have not followed Garvey the way you should have followed Garvey, you have not followed Noble Drew Ali the way you should have followed Noble Drew Ali.
Teach.
Allah, God, Master Farad Muhammad sent the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as that third man.
Come on.
Y'all all right?
Teach.
Why a third man? To finish what Marcus Garvey and Noble Drew Ali started. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
But see, here's the problem. When God sends Moses to start something, you get a bunch of people who want to lock down on Moses.
Come on.
So when Jesus comes along to advance what Moses started
Come on.
further, because those that are claiming Moses have reached the end of their rope. They've gone as far as they can go with what Moses gave them.
Come on.
Not necessarily because Moses ain't right,
Teach.
but them crackers ain't right.
Come on, brother, man.
Talk black to me.
Teach.
So now you need another man to come in the footsteps of Moses to take the followers of Moses further up the road,
Right.
then they can go with the Moses that they already had. Because they done ran out of gas. Talk black to me.
Come on.
This is why Jesus said to them, you the salt of the earth. But if the salt has lost its savor,
Come on.
meaning its flavor,
Hey.
you got these damn fries over here and you done shook the whole damn flavor on them and you ain't no salt. You know you shook it on it. See, some of y'all don't know what I'm talking about. You can get some old, stale BS salt and salt your fries all you want to, and you
Go
don't
ahead.
have that salted taste
Go
that
ahead.
you're looking for. Because that's salt that has lost its savor, meaning its flavor. So Jesus said, you're good for nothing except to be trod underfoot. Talk black to me.
Oh, hey.
The followers of Moses ran out of gas.
Teach.
And they were no longer following Moses like they should have been following Moses.
Teach.
So God sent Jesus.
Come on, brother Vince.
Talk black to me.
Wake them up.
To advance them further up the road.
Go ahead.
Even Jesus, though, wasn't the end of the road.
Teach.
Now that we come to the end of the road. What was that? Force and Bees?
Nah,
What was
boys
that?
and men.
Boys and Men?
Boys and men.
Now that we come to the end and all, no, Jesus couldn't. What's my doing?
Hey, look.
Now that we come to the end of the road.
Wake them up, brother
Man,
Vince.
got to act up.
Come on, wake them up. Come on, brother Vince.
No, Jesus wasn't the end of the road. Moses wasn't the end of the road. But when Jesus come, here come the followers of Moses. Nah, Jesus. Jesus. We sticking with Moses. If you were sticking with Moses, Jesus wouldn't be here.
Ooh, drop that mic.
Y'all need to cut that out. If you were sticking with Moses, Jesus wouldn't be here.
All right. Come on. Wake them up. Come on, brother Vince.
You done got so buck wild in terms of going astray from Moses. We gotta send you Jesus to get you back on the path that
Right.
Moses put you on.
Teach.
Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
So you done already messed up with Moses. So stop telling me if I'm Jesus, you
Come on.
sticking with Moses.
Right.
Hell you think I'm here for? Because you didn't stick with Moses. Now, if you get with me, you'll be with Moses again. This is Jesus. Because I came not to destroy the law of Moses, but to fulfill it. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, why did I go into all of that? Because it's the same thing with Garvey and Ali. Same thing. You done already messed up with Noble Drew Ali. This man built something great and strong. And soon as he disappeared, y'all tore it up.
Go ahead.
That's what you did.
Come on.
And don't lie and say you didn't.
Teach.
That's what you did.
Come on.
You tore it up.
Right.
So when I come in the name of Elijah, don't be tossing Noble Drew Ali at me.
Go ahead.
You didn't stick with Noble Drew Ali. You PP'd and doo-dooed all over what he did.
Go ahead.
You did that.
Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Same thing with Garvey. You let the white man arrest Garvey, imprison Garvey, deport Garvey, and eventually bring about the death of Marcus Garvey. You did that. You joined Marcus Garvey's movement on behalf of the crackers he was trying to free you from, and you sabotaged much of what that man was trying to do.
Teach.
You did it because you were working for the white man.
Say it.
You helped the white man bring Garvey down.
Come on.
You did that with Denmark Vesey. You did that with Gabriel Prosser.
Come on.
You did that with Nat Turner. You did that every time a black man or even woman tried to help you get free from them. You acted like a CI, a confidential
Go
informant,
ahead. Come on.
a stool pitcher. And you told on your black brother and sister to your white enemy, the devil. And you helped the devil destroy those revolts, those insurrections,
Right.
those movements. Talk black to
Yes,
me.
sir.
So because you messed up with Ali, you messed up with Garvey, Master Farad Muhammad sent you a third man, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, to finish what those two started because you weren't going to finish.
Go ahead.
You wasn't going to finish what Garvey started.
Teach.
You wasn't going to finish what Noble Drew Ali started. Because you went astray from what they started. Talk black
Teach. Come on.
to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about the Nation of Islam for a hot minute. Maybe two. We did the same thing to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Make it plain.
Soon as that man got the hell on, we got the hell on.
Go ahead.
Right or wrong?
Teach.
We helped the white man. His own son, Wallace D. Muhammad, worked with the FBI
Teach.
to destroy his father's movement.
Go ahead.
Don't say I'm slandering Wallace D. Muhammad. In 1996, I, along with another minister, Minister Craig Muhammad, we invited Brother Minister Khalid Abdul Muhammad to speak. I believe it was a Mason's Lodge, I'm not sure, in Montclair, New Jersey. And there were followers of Wallace D. Muhammad in the audience, and Minister Khalid mentioned that Wallace D. Muhammad worked together with the FBI to destroy the Nation of Islam, and those followers of Wallace D. Muhammad sat there and agreed with him.
It's over. Dang.
They knew it.
Boom. Right there.
I mean, it's
Oh,
not
man.
even a secret that he did.
Right.
Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Now, let me ask you this question while I get some other butts in a cast. Where the hell was Louis Farrakhan when Wallace D.
Yes.
Muhammad did that?
Come on, brother minister.
Where was Farrakhan
Come on.
with Wallace?
There it is.
He was Wallace D. Muhammad's top representative at the time. I was going to say minister, that's why, but
Right.
Wallace turned them into imams.
Email. That's right.
He was Wallace D. Muhammad's chief imam, his national and international representative. And this is why when he said the same thing about Wallace, how Wallace opened up the Nation of Islam's books to the government of America so that the government of America could break the nation down financially through taxes.
Teach.
Y'all all right?
Come on.
You know why he know what he talking about? Because he was Wallace's nigga when Wallace did it.
Go ahead.
And he didn't leave Wallace for doing it.
Teach, brother minister.
So miss me with Farrakhan.
Come on.
I'm with Elijah.
Make
All
it plain.
praise is due to Allah
That's right.
for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We don't follow Farrakhan here, brother.
Say it.
We follow Elijah. We ain't interested in nobody but Elijah.
Come on.
Talk black to me. This is the real Nation
That's a
of
title
Islam.
too, bro.
And that's why ain't nobody here.
That's the title.
Because don't nobody want the real one. Everybody want these fake ones.
Come on. Say that.
Talk black to me.
Mm.
And we don't want no fake ones. We don't care how big their damn speeches
Go
are.
ahead.
We don't give a damn about that.
I ain't tripping on that.
We with Elijah if nobody's with Elijah.
Come on.
We gonna keep the lights on, Minister Clarence.
That's right. Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, Messenger Elijah Muhammad departs from the scene. We sell him out like the suckers we were and destroy the movement he built. What the hell? So now, since the Nation of Islam that Elijah Muhammad built is in such a weakened and destroyed condition, you got all these other cats popping up with all their ideologies and philosophies. Islam ain't what we should be in. We should be in this over here. We should be doing this over here. This is what it's about right here. None of y'all niggas could get nothing going as long as Elijah Muhammad was on the scene. None of y'all could get nothing on. That's a fact.
Go ahead.
Most of you that are getting it off today, you tried to get it off when Elijah was on the scene and you couldn't. There was nothing you could do. Talk black to me. But as soon as the messenger was off the scene, Wallace with his top buddy Farrakhan destroyed what the messenger built. Now y'all started getting some traction. So we can look in the black nation in 2023 and we can see y'all have come up in the game now. But you only have come up in the game because Elijah Muhammad gone.
Come on.
So when we get up to these microphones and we preach to you now, you have a certain amount of resistance to what we say. Resistance built on these lame buster niggas that have come up in the game because Elijah Muhammad ain't here.
Teach.
When the cat's away, the mice will play.
Go ahead. Teach.
But see, ain't no another man gonna come to put us back on the path
Go ahead.
of Elijah. Eric does not claim to be no man
Go
who
ahead.
has come to put nobody back on no path of Elijah. Talk black to me.
Teach.
Eric is just somebody that's on the path of Elijah, calling others to get on the path of Elijah. That's all Eric is.
Go ahead.
The man that's coming after Elijah is the man who sent Elijah.
Go ahead.
And he's only coming for the purpose of gathering together those who remain with Elijah.
Good teach.
That's the only reason he's coming. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So everybody that decided, well, you know, Elijah, you know, he did some good things. You know what I'm saying? My dude, but, you know, he ain't coming to get you. But those of us that's like, look, whatever, you know, I really do wish it was more people with us. I really wish we was doing more and bigger and greater things. I really do. But, I mean, hey, you're just going to have to charge that to the game and just stick with Elijah. We the ones he coming for. Talk black to me. There will be no third man. There has not been a third man. Farad 1, Elijah 2. Here comes some third nigga talking about I came to finish what they started.
Uh-oh.
Ain't nobody coming to finish what Elijah Muhammad started because he didn't start nothing.
Come on.
Farad started what you want to give Elijah credit for starting.
Teach.
And Farad is coming to finish what he started. Talk black to me. He's not coming to no temples to teach nothing. That ain't what he coming for.
Come on.
But he is coming. But he's coming for to gather those who remain with his messenger. So in this book, there is an article entitled The Coming of the Son of Man and the Gathering Together of His People.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said Master Farad Muhammad was coming, but he ain't coming to teach.
Mm.
He's coming to gather those who remain with his message.
Say that.
I'm almost done. Huh? Yes, I'm almost done. When people are here, I'm not going to stand here and teach forever. Folk got stuff to do.
Go ahead.
All right. So now, 2023. You got 2023 different black groups,
Go ahead.
movements, and organizations, and all 2023 of them niggas talking about our way is the way. Come follow us. Now, how you supposed to make an intelligent decision
Oh, man.
between all them 2023 niggas talking about they know what's up? How you supposed to make a decision? Especially when some of them is pimping pretty big.
Go ahead.
They got some things going, some of them. You all right?
Yes, sir.
How you supposed to know? Well, I'm going to tell you something that might not be too popular with you. These are the books. Here they are right here. There are men in this book and in this book whose ability to look into the future that you and I are now living in, you can question it if you want to, and that's okay.
Come on, brother, man.
But these men in these books have demonstrated clearly that their vision into what to them was the future, but to us is the present. Their vision is 2020. Spot on. If you want to know what movement you should be a member of, brothers, sisters, because we're Facebook Live and we're YouTube Live. If you want to know what movement you should be a part of, if you want to know what leader you should be following, you got to come back to these books.
Oh, man.
You say, well, I don't believe in no Quran. Okay, I didn't learn Islam from the Quran.
Oh, come on, man.
Teach.
Break 'em
My
up.
knowledge of Islam and my faith in Islam has been greatly enhanced by the Quran.
Teach.
But what converted me to Islam, what gave me that faith in the first place, and all you need is the faith, the grain of a mustard seed. It ain't got to be greatly enhanced.
Teach.
If you're the mustard seed, Jesus said, you could say to a mountain, be thou removed, and it will obey you. Now watch. Silly niggas gonna go to Stone Mountain.
Oh, no, go ahead.
In the name of Jesus, I command thee to be removed. Smack. I'm back. Smack again. That's not what it means. The Bible and Quran speak in symbolic language. When it's talking about saying to a mountain, be thou removed, it's talking about opposition. It's talking about obstacles in your path. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
And most properly, it's talking about governments of opposition.
Teach.
It's basically saying you can wage a successful revolution against a mighty government and power with the faith in God. Just the grain of a mustard seed. Well, that mustard seed of faith came to me by way of the Bible.
Teach.
Wasn't no Quran involved. Huh?
Come on.
I learned Islam for the first 3 years from 83 to 86, I learned Islam exclusively from the Bible. I never read the Holy Quran. I didn't say I didn't skim through some of it.
Right.
I never read the Holy Quran until 1986.
Mm.
And the only reason I did it then was because my wife was about to do it.
Go ahead.
She was about to complete an entire reading of the Holy Quran, something that I had not done yet. And I'm like, oh, hell no.
Go ahead. Come on.
You ain't about to one-up me like that.
Go ahead.
I didn't even think, you know, we as black men, we have no confidence in ourselves.
Man, say
That's
that.
why some
Go
of you
ahead.
have written letters. Your letter didn't
Go
pass,
ahead.
and you ain't wrote another letter.
Teach.
You a typical black man. You ain't got no confidence in yourself.
Go ahead. Come on.
So now, instead of failing, you just don't try at all.
Right.
That's a nigga for you.
Oh, yes, sir.
You so scared of failing, you won't try.
Go ahead.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Learned that as a kid. You fall off a horse, you get right back on it. I learned that as a kid. We have such low self-esteem as black men. We have such low confidence in ourselves as black men. And I'm telling you, as one of them.
Teach.
You write the letter don't pass, you don't write it again. If you do write it again and it don't pass again, oh, that's right now. You damn sure that every time you see a pen. If I do like this, you don't never want to see another pen.
Go ahead.
Talk back to me.
Teach.
Nigga ain't been to Staples.
You boycott state.
Look, you know, wrote you a letter maybe once or twice or whatever. Your letter didn't pass, and every time you get on the bus and they go by Staples, mental health gotta come. Mental health professionals gotta come board the bus and sedate your behind.
Come on.
It's okay.
Teach strong, brother minister. Come on.
If you write the letter and the letter pass, you don't recite your student enrollment and actual facts to get your X. You don't have no confidence in yourself. You keep telling yourself you're not ready for that level of commitment.
Go ahead.
Yes, you are.
Teach.
Yes, you are. Allah does not impose on any soul a duty beyond its scope. You wouldn't be asked to write the letter if you couldn't pass it. You wouldn't be asked to get the X if you couldn't get it. You wouldn't be asked to make the commitment if you couldn't make it. What's wrong with you? See, you don't have confidence in yourself, and unfortunately, you don't have confidence in Master Farad Muhammad to keep you up. Talk back to me.
Come on.
If your letter passed, it's because Master Farad Muhammad blessed you with your letter to pass.
Go ahead.
If you recited and got your X, it's because Master Farad Muhammad blessed you to be able to recite and get that X. Nobody is operating on their own power. It's all Master Farad Muhammad. You don't have confidence in him? Okay, no problem. You don't have confidence in yourself. Well, hell, niggas ain't never done nothing to bust to have confidence. Cool, no problem. But why don't you have confidence in Master Farad Muhammad?
Good question.
Why don't you put your faith and your trust in him and finish your process and get your damn X and let's go?
Come on.
Put your confidence in him.
Go ahead.
I have my X, holy name Muhammad, by putting my confidence in him, not me, him.
Teach.
So I said all of that to say, and now I'm going to prove how unconfident I am in me. I looked at this Quran as something that was way too big a thing, way too complicated for me to be able to read it entirely. I kid you not. So I skimmed it. I read some stuff in it, but I never sat down and said, you know what, I'm going to read the whole thing. I didn't think I could do that. So White Peace says she going to do it. Typical.
Go ahead.
Black women got more confidence than we do
Come on.
because she haven't been destroyed as much as we have. When you're a conqueror, you destroy the man more than you destroy the woman because you got some things you fit to do with the woman. Unless you got some issues. Talk black to
Go
me.
ahead, brother minister.
And you know in Atlanta, we got issues. Hey,
Ah.
we got them in this city. Lord have mercy. You better watch it.
Oh man.
So I didn't have confidence in me that I could read this whole thing. Then she starts doing it. I'm like, well, hey, hold it. I didn't say that to her. I didn't think she could do it either. I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. And I just watched her for the first couple of days,
Right.
you know, because she knew that you do it by going and it's 30 parts. You read one part each day for
Right.
30 days. And you finish.
Right.
So the first couple of days, she read her couple of parts. I ain't paying her no attention. I'm like, she ain't. Yeah. Typical black man. Like, yeah. Then one day, I promise you, I'm not lying. One day, when I'm thinking, you know, I know she can't do it because I can't do it. One day, about halfway through the month, the book started looking like this. I said, oh. Because I say stuff like that. I shouldn't. It ain't the message. But I say stuff like that. Oh. I didn't say it to her.
Right.
I said it up under my breath. Oh. She about to actually do this. You know how quick I grabbed my Quran, right? I did a triple gainer into my Quran. Flipped up 3 or 4 times, spin around, woo, right into that thing.
Come on. Go ahead, brother. Man.
And I said, well, there's nothing I can do now. She's already halfway through. So by the time I get finished, she's going to beat me.
Right.
But I'm not going to have her do it, and I don't do it at all.
That's right.
I just come in second.
Right.
Y'all all right?
Teach.
Point being, little history of Minister Eric. Point being, 3 years, I didn't read the Quran. I learned Islam from the Bible. So if you say the Bible is your book, you don't care about the Quran, no problem. You ain't got no smoke for me in the Bible. I don't need the Quran.
Go ahead.
Talk black to me. Now, why did it take the Bible to convert me to Islam? Because I was a Bible toting. I was already in these suits.
Go ahead.
I just didn't wear white shirts only. I wore white shirts, but not only white shirts. I was already wearing 3-piece suits with ties. Huh?
Teach.
Owned a limousine service. I was good. But I was a Bible-toting Christian Negro.
Go ahead.
You had to tell me about Jesus because I wasn't interested in Muhammad. Straight up. I'm just telling you how it was. So I go with my Bible because my cousin met Brother Keith, Brother Minister.
Teach.
Went to Brother Keith's barbershop to get his hair cut. Brother Keith in there teaching Islam. And he was teaching it so well that it kind of shook him a little bit, you know, because we was Christian church boys. So it kind of shook him a little bit, but because I was the one with the mouthpiece, I was the one that, you know, was like, yeah, you know, the big mouth with the Bible. He came to get me to go and get with him.
Right.
So I go in there with my Bible, and I'm thinking I'm going to take care of this Muslim fellas. He takes my Bible and takes care of me.
Go ahead. Come on.
Took him 5 minutes. People think I'll be joking when I say that. I'm not joking. It took him 5 minutes to take all my Christianity and have me on my way to get a bow tie.
Go ahead.
Because he opened the Bible and he showed me in the Bible where Islam is the religion of the God
Go ahead.
and the prophets
Go ahead.
of the Bible.
Teach.
Islam. So I accepted Islam based on it being proven to me that the Bible teaches Islam, because the Bible was my book.
Go ahead.
And it stayed my book. Every time I went to convert somebody from Christianity to Islam, I always used the Bible.
Go ahead.
Every time I went to convert anybody, whether they was church or not church, I always used the Bible. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Ain't that right, Cleveland?
Go ahead. Go
Use the
ahead.
Bible.
Come on.
Next thing you know, I stumble late. All praise due to Allah, but I'm glad to mind. From the Bible. Right?
Teach.
Okay. Now I'm making the point that the reason I'm with this is because of these.
Right.
I'm not going to get confused by everybody out here saying they know what's up and this is what you should be with. I'm going to go by this, the Bible. For those of you who don't want to accept the Quran. For those of you who have turned hypocrite on the messenger and you a Sunni Muslim now, I'll whoop you with the Quran. But the typical average homie, you got to go with that Bible.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I go in, and the reason it took only a couple of minutes is this. I'm not lying when I say I'm almost done. Now I'm at the end of what I want to say. I go in there, he says, all right, let's go in the Bible. We go right to Genesis. Why? He said, we gonna, see, I can do an impression of Brother King. We gonna go right to the first book. Right here.
Come on.
So we go in the first book and he shows me, right here, read what that says. Now what that sound like? Sound like our Hebrew brothers, don't it?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Read right there.
Right. Go
Okay.
ahead.
In the beginning, what's the word? No, that's New Testament. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the
Go
earth,
ahead.
and the earth was void, without form, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Now, why can I recite this? This is something that happened 40
Go
years ago.
ahead.
I was 21 years old. It's 40 years ago, right?
Teach.
Because these are the verses that converted me. See, you never
You gonna
forget
that.
the
Right.
things that made you make the
That's
decision.
right.
You'll never forget that. Okay. So he says to me, all right, now, the book say, darkness was, the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water. Well, if the earth was void and without form, what was the water on? Bam!
Something so, come on.
Now, I'm intelligent now. You understand what I'm saying? I had been to college, but dropped out. I ain't no fool.
Come on.
I'm intelligent enough to know that if the book says the earth was void, it was without form.
Come on.
There are 4 basic elements in science. Earth, air, fire, water. Them the 4. All right, that's the 4 basic forms of the entire creation. If the earth was first of all void, that means what? Nothing. It was void. No land, no water. It was without form. No earth, no air, no fire, no water. How in the hell did the Spirit of God move on the face of some waters
Come on.
that the earth didn't have because it was void and didn't have no form? Water is liquid. Talk back to me. It is I don't know what word that I want to use, but it is something that has liquid form. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Well, then how could the earth be without form and liquid is form? And God is moving on the face of some waters that have form when the earth is void, ain't got no form. I'm like, damn. All right. He got me with that. But I was still hanging in there. You know what I mean? Then he goes down, he's with the whole 6 days and everything like that. And he said, okay, right here, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 26. God said, let us make man. Let us make him in our image, after our likeness. Okay, if man is made in the image of God and after the likeness of God, well, how can God be a spirit? Bang.
Right.
Okay, by this time, the rap is giving me a standing there. He asking me what day it is. What the hell you asking me? I don't know. I'm talking about the ref. The ref said, what day? Nigga, I don't know. Don't you see me staggering? So wait a minute. That can't be true. Meaning, earth, void, spirit, water, man, image, God, but God is spirit. No, that can't be true. Because I'm intelligent. I did good in science. I know what image means. Image means something that looks like something. You make man in the image of God. That means God looks like something.
Come on.
Teach. Guess what God looks like? Man. Because he made man in his image. You want to know what God looked like? Look at a man.
Hey, come on.
Because man is made in the image of God. Not only is man made in the image of God, man is made after the likeness of God.
Come on, brother, man.
That's why man can be Akbar. That's why man can be Aziz. That's why man can be Sabir. Shahid,
right.
All these other things, because man, like God, is Hakim. Man, like God, is Rahim. Man, like God, is Akbar. Why? Because God made man after his likeness.
Teach.
Well, if God is like Akbar, God is like, man is like that. Right or wrong?
Teach.
So God looked like man. And God is like man. Really, it's vice versa. Man looks like God and is like God. Man exercises the same power as God. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how do we know that? Well, the Bible says that after man was made, let us who? First of all, he got me with that. He's like, why does the Bible say us?
See, that would have got me right there.
Well, it got me.
That would've got me
It got me, brother. Let us make man.
Come on.
The book, why does the book say, let us make man? It's supposed to be nobody but God, right?
Teach.
I'm like, yeah. Well, then why he say, let us make man?
Come on with it.
He just tearing me up.
Go ahead.
Damn referee
Ah.
trying to ask me what day it is.
Delirious.
Y'all all right?
Wake him up.
You know I used to box, right?
Yes, sir.
The one fight I had, the 1979 Golden Gloves,
Go
the
ahead.
one fight I had,
Come
that's
on.
what I got TKO. The ref was like, you know what that was a sign of? That day I went in that barber shop.
Go ahead. Teach.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm like, okay. I mean, look, I wasn't one of them player-hating, silly Christians where if you can show me something, I'ma still hate and be, I ain't
Right.
gonna submit because I'm just gotta represent my religion. Nah, if you can show me where I'm off, I'm all right with it. Okay, all right, you got me. I'm gonna admit, you got me. So the whole earth and the spirit and water thing, you know what I mean? Then let us make man. Who is the us? I couldn't answer. Supposed to be nobody in the whole universe but God.
Uh-oh.
But he's saying, let us make man. That means
Uh-oh.
somebody is there other than God.
Teach.
Who the hell is that?
Come on.
Can't answer that question.
Teach.
We start making stuff up. Well, he was talking about the angels. That ain't what. See, whenever you did that with Brother Keith, he would be like, that ain't what the book said. And then you be like, I feel that I'm right to say what I said, but when he says that ain't what the book say, I can't say he's lying.
Right.
That ain't what the book say. And I'm supposed to believe in and go by what the book said. I'm not supposed to just be making stuff up.
Come on.
I'm not supposed to guess. I'm supposed to go by the book. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said the Bible has been taught to us by people who guessed at it.
Go ahead.
We need to stop that fella from guessing, the
Come
messenger
on,
said.
brother.
And that's what Christians do. That's what all Bible niggas do. You want to teach your guesses about what the Bible.
Right.
That ain't what the book said.
Teach.
So then he takes me. We're still in Genesis now. Ain't got past the second chapter yet. He take me to Cain and Abel.
Oh, man.
Okay, now read this. It say Cain slew Abel. And then God told Cain, he kicking him out the garden, right? Yeah. Okay, and then Cain said, it's gonna come to pass that everybody that find me is gonna kill me. He was like, who was there to find him? Who was he talking about? He said it was 4 people on earth, right? Yeah. Adam, Eve, Cain, Abel. Cain slew Abel, only supposed to be 3 people,
Oh,
right?
man.
Adam, Eve, and Cain. Who Cain talking about?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, by this time, I'm probably up to count number 4. Okay, now read this. It say right here that when he left and Cain knew his wife, where his wife come from?
Wait.
Ain't nobody on the earth but Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Where Cain get his wife from? So me being a typical Christian, I'm going to answer him by saying, well, it was. Now, I came up with something sensible and intelligent. Well, it's talking about, what Adam and Eve, they had other children. That ain't what the book said. I'm done. My whole thing is just almost collapsed. All I had left was Jesus. Because he done whooped me with this Old Testament. Right? All right. So then he takes me into the pork.
Oh.
right?
Oh,
He takes me to Leviticus 11 and 7.
come on.
He takes me to Deuteronomy 14 and 8.
Go ahead.
Shouldn't eat the pig, right?
Right.
So I started feeling a little better. I thought maybe I was going to get back in the fight because, I was a Christian now. I knew that Bible now. At least I thought I did. So I'm like, well, we ain't under the law of Moses. We under the grace of Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus,
Oh.
look, Frederick K.C. Price used to be my dude. And I remember him teaching, that Christ broke the curse of the law because it's written in the law that cursed be he that hangeth on a tree. Christ broke the curse of the law. Right or wrong?
Come on.
And I also knew that Peter had a vision of meats. And when he said that one of the meats in his vision was pork was unclean, it said God said I didn't create anything unclean. Huh? So I was feeling pretty good. I thought maybe I was going to hook off a little bit, you know what I mean? So he goes right into Jesus. The only thing I had left. He go right to Jesus. Okay, let's go here. Matthew, turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 5. Start with verse 17. Start reading. Think not.
Oh man, he was slaughtered.
Think not that I am come
Ooh.
to destroy the law or the prophets. For verily I say unto you, I come not to destroy, but to fulfill. That was it.
Game over right there. That's a wrap.
That was it. Then he keeps reading. Or makes me to continue reading.
Come on.
For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall break one of these least commandments, but before that it says, for until heaven and earth pass away, not one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. Talk black to me.
Go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, whosoever shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, the same shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall keep these commandments and shall teach men so, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Then he says to me, so how we ain't under the law of Moses? Jesus said right here, he didn't come to destroy the law of Moses. He came to fulfill it.
Over.
Now,
Over.
bruh just done threw all kinds of shade on my pork chop, my ham, my ribs,
Bacon.
not my main ribs, the spell.
Fail with Brother Minister.
He done threw all kind of dirt on my hog now. Right? I'm like, so wait a minute. I'm eating hog in the name of Jesus.
Dang.
I'm talking about we ain't under the law no more
Dang.
in the name of Jesus.
Oh man.
I'm talking about God as a spirit in the name of Moses. I mean,
Oh man.
I'm not representing my dudes in the Bible nowhere near the quality that I thought I was, because this Muslim dude
Go ahead.
is just shooting all my ish to ish.
Teach.
I'm like, I don't even represent the book, Old or New Testament, that I thought I represented. But his Islam does.
Go ahead.
So I'm like, now I'm mad. You know, Minister Eric got a hot temper. So now I'm mad. I'm literally mad now because I'm saying to myself, yo, mom, dad, grandma, granddad, aunts, uncles, everybody in my life, because I come from a family. I don't come from no broken home.
Go ahead.
I had a mother and a stepfather when I was growing up. And before step pop stepped in, biological pop was in.
Come on.
I don't know nothing about growing up in no house, just a woman. And if you grew up in a house with just a woman, there ain't nobody throwing shade on you.
Right.
I am simply making a point that there was a lot of people that had me in there staggering with the referee counting me out.
Go ahead.
Pop didn't tell me all this. Mom didn't tell me all this. Grandma, granddad didn't tell me all this, and I had all four of them.
Go ahead.
My mother and father, plus my father's mother and father. Not my stepdad's mother and father, my biological father's mother and father. Aunts and uncles everywhere. I blow my damn nose, at least 2 aunts and 3 uncles gonna be in the damn tissue. Stop it. And all y'all had a chance to tell me this. Y'all got me standing here in front of this Muslim looking stupid.
Come on.
I'm mad now. Why didn't I know this?
Teach.
So I'm thinking to myself, well, hell, I got to do this Muslim stuff now. Huh? Now, I had already read like a year or 2 before, I read the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Okay.
So he took Jesus. Now I'm falling back on Malcolm.
Oh,
Y'all niggas killed Malcolm.
no.
You know what he
Go
did?
ahead.
You know what he did? You know how he got me with the Malcolm thing? I said, because that was the last thing. I wasn't going to be no Muslim if y'all killed Malcolm.
Go ahead.
I'm just saying. My word is bond to Master Wallace
Go ahead.
Muhammad. He had me all the way. I'm ready to be a Muslim, but whoa, that one last thing now.
Come on.
Even though y'all right about everything you just said, y'all niggas kill Malcolm. I can't mess with y'all. Y'all don't kill Malcolm. Know what he did? He then proceeded to take me into about 2 or 3 hours of biblical exegesis. Know what he said to me? I don't know the exact words that he used, but I'm almost exact in what I'm about to tell you he said to me. He didn't go into Malcolm the way some of us go into Malcolm. He went into the Bible. He said, now to deal with what you're saying about Malcolm, we got to ask a question. Was Elijah Muhammad a divine man, or was he just a social reformer? Now, I'm intelligent. I'm not your average nigga walking the streets. Okay? I'm not walking around with no earrings, tats, pants sagging, although we didn't do that then. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not walking around looking like the average dude. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't no gangster, never been a street nigga, never will be one. Went to school, graduated, went to college, dropped the hell out. I'm walking around, I own my own business, I'm in a 3-piece suit every day. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm in the church, you know, I know science, I know math, you can reason with me. So when he said, was Elijah Muhammad a divine man, or was he merely a social reformer? That concept I grabbed immediately. Because if you're a divine man, how can you be wrong? You're a divine man. So if Elijah Muhammad is a divine man and not just a social reformer, how the hell is Malcolm right to go against him?
Teach.
See, that was the only way you could get me to go against Malcolm, you had to prove to me Malcolm was going against God. That's what you had to do. And if you a lover of Malcolm out there in video land,
Go ahead.
let me tell you, like I told y'all at the beginning of the lecture, I'm not saying this to make you like me, because you can't whoop me. You got no smoke for me. I'm the guy that your damn leaders don't want to tangle with.
None of it.
Now, and if you think I'm just talking loud but saying nothing, tell your damn leader I said it, not damn to say something. Take the damn video. It's going to be, when I finish, it's going to be sitting right there. Go to the minute mark and show your leader what I just said about him and tell him I damn to say something about him. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying what I'm saying because I honestly, in my heart, mean it. You wasn't getting me to turn on Malcolm unless you showed me Malcolm turned on God.
Go ahead.
So he asked the question. Then he proceeded to show me that Elijah Muhammad was a divine man and not just a social reformer. So miss me with this, I'm trying to be college crap.
For real.
You don't know the impact Keith had on me. Nigga, I'm a Keith-made man.
Come on, brother minister, say that.
Not college. Keith. So he took me through the scriptures of the Bible. He said, the Jesus in the book said, lo, I come in the volume of the books. That means he's got to touch the life of all the prophets of God. This is just a barber in a shop.
Man.
He had the qualifications to be a minister, but nobody would make him one. He was born in the Nation of Islam. Born in it. Raised in it. He didn't go to public school.
Come on.
He went to the University of Islam
Teach.
from a little boy until graduation.
Go ahead.
He didn't work no damn jobs when he graduated the MUI. His father was a barber, taught him cut hair. He went and got his own shop, got his own business. Yeah, he was qualified to be a minister, but wouldn't nobody make him one. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
So this is how this barber, I'm 21, he ain't but 26, and he just taking me through it. He gonna show me how Elijah Muhammad touched the lives, those exact words he used, touched the lives of all the prophets. So he shows me Abraham and how Elijah touched the life of Abraham.
Man.
He touched the life, I'm doing Chief's voice, he touched the life of Abraham. He touched the life of David. He touched the life of Solomon. He touched and he just goes into the list and shows me in the scriptures how Elijah touched the life of all them prophets. Now Malcolm getting that middle finger. Straight up. Bird. We get in the car. It was my car then. It was 1983. I had a 1979 brown Cadillac Seville with a tan top, 4 doors. We were using it for the limo. We get in the car. My cousin asked me, so what we gonna do? I told him, well, in the book that, Think and Grow Rich, in one of the chapters called Decision, it said you got to be able to make a decision quick and stick to it hard. It's in the chapter called Decision. You got to be able to make a decision that changes direction right in your path if necessary and stick with it. I said, we going to be Muslims.
That's right.
And that was it. Now, if anybody has been able to follow all that yakking I've been doing, you know that the point that I have been making is it was this book right here.
Yes.
And what this book teaches exclusively that brought me into Islam.
Teach.
And I'm telling you, if you're a Garveyite, you can't show me how Marcus Garvey touched the life of all the prophets of God. You can't show me that.
Can't do
all you can do is tell me that you consider Garvey to be the best man to follow. Okay, let's go to the books though.
Go ahead.
I'm not going against the Bible. Y'all all right?
Teach.
Forget about it. I'm not going against the Bible. Marcus Garvey did not touch the life of all the prophets of God. He did not do it. If you went the MSTA, Prophet Noble Drew Ali did not touch the life of all the prophets of God. He did not do it. You mad? What do you want from me? Why don't you, instead of thinking I just disrespected your prophet, why don't you take me in the book and show me how Noble Drew Ali touched the life of Abraham? Show me how he touched the life of Noah. Show me how he touched the life of David and Solomon and Moses. You can't do it. You just love your man and your movement, and you're going to rep it to the fullest. I feel you on that, but I can't follow you with that. All right?
Yes, sir.
You got these other leaders and other movements out here. You go up the street on the corner. You go in town and other corners. There's always some group of some people talking some teaching. Okay, show me in the Bible how your man, the man who is the leader of your movement, show me how he touches the lives of all the prophets in your book that you claim is the book. You can't do it. And that's why you won't do it. Now, you may decide, look, I'm representing my thing to the fullest, man. I ain't feeling all that Muslim stuff you talking. Cool, no problem. I feel you on that. I'm a nigga too. I know how I go. You're going to represent your thing to the fullest. I get it. But I can't go with you on that, though. I'm with Elijah because Elijah touches the lives of all the prophets, and we can easily demonstrate.
Teach, brother, man.
Elijah touches the life of the prophets, in particular, the life of Prophet Muhammad in the Quran. He touches his life. The lives of all the prophets of God are a sign, and in their lives, you see a sign of what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's 40 plus years among us. You see David, Abraham, Noah, Moses, Lot. You see all the prophets, Muhammad, Jesus. You see them all in the word of Elijah.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
All praises
Yes,
to
sir.
Allah for the most
on,
honorable Elijah Muhammad. So I will close my lecture for the day. I know you consider me not to have taught on the false promise of civil rights. I'm going to let you have that today. But I'm going to close with these words. In touching the life of Moses, and we have Malcolm teaching this in 1962. We have Malcolm teaching this really throughout his ministry. We have Khaled teaching this throughout his ministry. In touching the life of Moses, you find Moses being born in a foreign land among a foreign people who had been in bondage for 400 years, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
And God raised Moses up to free and liberate them and lead them to a promised land for them, right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Nationhood, in other words, right? After 400 years of suffering, of slavery, of death at the hands of a foreign nation, God comes to destroy that nation, raises up a messenger in the people that he's going to deliver from that nation. And that man spends 40 years among that people teaching them. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
God destroys that nation, delivers that people, right?
Come on.
in touching the life of Moses, when you look at the life of Moses, Moses wasn't teaching integration with Pharaoh in Egypt, was he?
No, sir.
Moses taught separation.
Come on. Let my people go.
Talk back to me. So you will hear Minister Eric when he stands before people with different ideologies and philosophies. You will hear Minister Eric say, I'm a militant black nationalist.
Go ahead.
I'm a radical black separatist.
Come on.
I'm a revolutionary pan-Africanist.
Go ahead.
I'm black first and everything else
Go
second.
ahead.
Talk black to me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
If you ain't talking separation,
Come on.
you ain't talking revolution.
Yes, sir.
If you ain't talking separation, I'm not interested in your Jesus. I'm not interested in your Moses. I ain't even interested in your Muhammad.
Hmm.
You got to be talking about separation. Why? Because when you look in the life of Moses, it was separation, independence, and nationhood that Moses taught his followers in the name of his God.
Go ahead.
So we ain't looking for nobody teaching about no civil rights.
Say
We
that.
ain't interested in integrating with the white man.
No, sir.
We don't want to drink out the same water fountain with the white man. We want our own water fountain.
Come on. Go ahead.
We ain't interested in riding on the front seat of the white man bus. We want our own buses.
Come on.
We're not interested in going to the white man's schools. We want our own school.
Go ahead.
We're not interested in the white man mainstreaming us in his country. We want our own country.
Teach.
You don't find Moses teaching the madness that Dr. King was teaching.
Come on.
You don't find the followers of those who came in the footsteps of Moses talking this civil rights garbage.
Go ahead.
Damn affirmative action. Moses didn't preach no affirmative action
Go
in
ahead.
Egypt. Moses preached, let my people
Go
go.
ahead.
Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
And he preached the destruction of the people that he said, let his people go to.
Come on.
Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
So if I didn't see, as I close, what we promote as a program of black liberation, if I didn't see that program that Minister Alonzo was reading to you before I came up, if I didn't see it as something that touched the life
Come on.
of Moses and touched the lives of all of the prophets before and after Moses, I wouldn't be standing here with this suit on and with this tie on. Sorry that I don't have no pie to eat after the meeting.
All right.
He took his pie.
Yes, sir. You got
That's it.
it.
All we had was one left, and we gave it to Brother Shaheed.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't be standing here representing what I just represented. So I would ask all of you who watched in all of the various cities that you watched from, and I would ask our good brother who came here, and he's Brother Shaheed's guest, by the way,
That's right.
who came here, and thank you for coming, who came here this afternoon. I would ask you to search the scripture and see if the Nation of Islam does not touch the lives, the ministries, the missions of all of the prophets of God. And if you come up with the answer no, no problem.
Go ahead.
But if you come up with the answer yes, assalamu alaikum, and all praises due to Allah. For the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, sir.
All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Do you have any questions about anything that was taught this afternoon?
I think I got a handful of questions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I've been learning from the Israelites the past like 2 to 3 years.
see some similarities, in the teaching. I used to do it in years. Christianity not really, being it at all. I'm already there, and then, nationalism.
Just bring them to them.
The Most High God. The Son to be, so I feel like I see the similarities in